What if the person you want the most is the one you must never touch? Not because you don't feel enough, but because you feel too much. You don't remember when it started. There was no moment you could point to, no clear line crossed, just a gradual shift. The way silence began to feel heavier when they were around, the way your body reacted before your mind had time to object. You learned their presence the way you learn a room in the dark, slowly, carefully, by noticing what changes when they enter. The air feels different. Your thoughts rearrange themselves. You become more aware of your hands. Nothing happens, and that's the problem. Because if something did happen, it would be easier. You could name it, regret it, explain it away. But this exists in the space before action, where desire hasn't ruined anything yet. You never touch them, not even accidentally. Your distance becomes precise, measured. You leave space between your bodies like it's sacred, like crossing it would undo something fragile and permanent at the same time. You tell yourself this is self-control, maturity, respect. But deep down, you know the truth. This isn't about morality, it's about damage. You know exactly what would happen if you touch them, not in detail, not physically, but emotionally. You know the collapse it would cause, the way reality would lose its shape, the lives that would no longer fit together afterward. So you choose restraint, and restraint becomes its own kind of intimacy. You learn the sound of their breath when they're tired, the way they pause before speaking when they're about to say something honest. You memorize the expressions they don't realize they make. You become fluent in what never happens. Sometimes you catch yourself imagining the smallest things, not the obvious ones, not the dramatic ones, just a hand resting where it shouldn't, a moment held half a second too long, the kind of touch that doesn't announce itself, it just confirms something both of you already know. Those thoughts don't excite you. They hurt, because they feel real, inevitable, like something postponed, not avoided. You wonder if they feel it too. You never ask. Some questions exist only to destroy the answers. So you live in the tension instead. You let it sit between you, unspoken but fully present. It becomes part of every conversation, every shared silence, a third presence that never introduces itself. There are moments when it almost slips, a look that lasts too long, a laugh that softens something, a shared understanding that arrives without explanation. In those moments, you feel how close everything is to breaking, and you pull back. Not dramatically, not noticeably, just enough. You become skilled at leaving moments unfinished. At night, when you're alone, the desire changes shape. It's not urgent, it's not desperate. It's quiet and constant, like a pressure you've agreed to live with. You realize something unsettling then. This isn't unrequited desire. This is mutual restraint. And that makes it harder, because it means the distance isn't a misunderstanding. It's a decision, one you're both making again and again, every time you don't move closer. You wonder how long this can last. You wonder if this is already the ending. Sometimes you imagine a future where nothing changes, where this connection remains suspended forever, intense, incomplete, untouched. A relationship defined entirely by what never happened. And strangely, that feels safer than imagining a future where it does. Because if you touch them, even once, you know it wouldn't stop there. The boundary would be gone. And without it, something essential would be lost, not gained. So you carry the desire instead. You let it exist without expression. You learn to live with the ache of proximity, the intimacy of restraint. You accept that some connections are not meant to be fulfilled, only felt. And one quiet realization settles in, heavy and undeniable. Some people are not meant to be touched, not because they are forbidden, but because touching them would change everything you're not ready to lose. And so you stay exactly where you are, close enough to feel it, far enough to survive it.